Hey guys, it's Rich Kimball here with Cross Country Mortgage and the Kimball team. I've got a list of do's and don'ts, things you should do and things you should not do before you buy your house. So, whether you've been pre approved or you're just under contract, quite honestly, even if you're clear to close, some of these things could impact your ability to finalize the transaction on your home. So, let's get to the list. Under the list of do's, do contact us before changing or quitting your job. Just so you know, we're required by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and Ginnie Mae, which is where we sell our FHA, VA loans to verify your employment within 24 hours of your closing. So even if you're still working, but you told your employer, hey, next week's my last week, that's going to be a problem because we're verifying your employment. So do contact us if you're thinking about changing jobs. If we're early in the process, might not be a big deal. We also need to make sure that the income that you're getting from the new job is similar to the income we used to qualify you in the beginning. For example, let's say the job you have now is hourly and you're going to this other job where it's all commission. We may not be able to use that commission income because there's not a history of it. So no matter what you do, please reach out for us to us, your lender, me or my team. Let us know what you're thinking as far as your job changes. Next, save all of your financial documents. Everything has to be complete. So we have this happen all the time. We have, somebody sends us 4 bank statement pages, but on the bottom of the page, it says page 1 through 5. We need complete statements. It's really, really important. If we don't get page 5, and honestly, we know page 5 might just be some ad from the bank or just page 5 of 5 and it's got one little line on them. The problem is if we don't receive that, the underwriter doesn't know if there's something there that maybe the borrower or you are trying to hide. What if there's a car loan there? What if there's an installment loan there? So if the statements say 5 of 5, please get us all 5. So please hang on to your bank statements during this process. It's really, really important. Next, we have please continue to pay your bills on time. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but we've seen situations where somebody needed to maybe raise a little bit more money to pay for some inspections or pay for some other things, or maybe they bought some furniture and they stopped making a payment on a credit card. So please make sure you pay your bills on time. Do make sure that you have enough money for your down payment and closing costs. This is really important as well. Usually when you begin the process with us, we're going to tell you you need X amount of dollars for your down payment and Y amount of dollars for your closing costs for a total of Z, whatever that number is. We've had situations in the past where we give somebody their clear to close and they run out and spend some of that money to buy furniture. And then we say, hey, by the way, you need a check at closing for Z, whatever that number is. And they say, well, I don't have it. And we say, well, why? And they said, well, I thought I was clear to close and I didn't have to worry about it. I know for some of you that seems like common sense, but I have to explain it because after 30 years in the business, we've seen that happen more than once. That's why it's on our list. All right, next. Okay, so don'ts. We're going to go over to the don't side. Don't authorize any inquiries on your credit for credit cards, new boats, new cars, new anything. So we're going to check your credit before the closing, not because we're sneaky or anything. It's because the places we're going to deliver your loan to, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, they're going to ask us, did you look and check with this borrower to make sure they didn't add any new debt? If you do add new debt, that could stop or delay your closing, or worse yet, prevent it altogether. If there's something you need, God forbid your car takes a dump and you got to replace that thing, please reach out to us and say, hey, I'm looking at a car payment of $400 a month. Rich, is that going to impact my ability to close this thing? Let us know what you're doing. It'll save everybody a lot of heartache down the road and make sure that you keep your house. Okay, large deposits in the bank account. So anything that's above and beyond a paycheck stub is going to get scrutinized on statements by an underwriter. So anything that's bigger than what your normal payroll deposits are. So your grandma learns that you're buying a house and she's like, "Oh, honey, here's $4,000 cash. I had it in my mason jar. Here you go. You put it in the account." We see it through a bank statement and now we can't even source it because it was in grandmother's mason jar. So anything large from a deposit, let's say you sell something, let's say you're doing a little bit of side work or something like that, please let us know before you make those deposits. Reach out to us. We'll let you know how we want to handle the documentation so it doesn't cause you any heartache. Next, we talked about not spending money that you had set aside for closing, not opening up new accounts. Also, don't begin credit repair. So, most of you are probably not going to need credit repair if you've been approved, but it's on our list for some reason. And don't hesitate to discuss anything with us regarding gifted funds. You thought your mom and dad were going to help you and give you $3,000. And lo and behold, they're only going to give you two, but your auntie's going to make up the difference. If there's anything that changes from when you were going to what you told us originally to today, or when you actually do it, let us know. Just say, "Hey, Rich, I know I told you I was getting 3,000 from my parents. It's actually 2,000 plus my aunt's going to give me 1,000." This way, when we see the two different deposits from two different people, we'll have an idea what's going on. We're trying to cover the do's and the don'ts so that you could safely go through this transaction and get your house without any surprises, even though there could be surprises you cause because you didn't know that some of these things would have a negative impact. If you've got any other questions during the process, don't hesitate to call. But remember, any major change in your financial picture from when we started your application to closing should be something that you go over with us. Thank you guys for listening to this. I want everything to go smoothly and safely for you. We want you to become advocates for our team. And the only way we can do that is make sure we take good care of you. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.